The one I want to focus on for today is it's happening this weekend. It's this weekend. I think I misspoke. It's the next weekend. But this weekend in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium, the 2024 Olympic trial meet will be had in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. And what's so cool, and I keep pointing out that it's Lucas Oil Stadium because for those who aren't familiar with the stadium names, okay, that's fine. It's a bit of a niche thing to know off the top of your head. That's where the Indianapolis Colts play. It's a football stadium. They were able to convert a football stadium into an Olympic-sized pool. Not only the racing pool, but if you know about swimming, it's not the biggest spectacle, but not only do they got to do, the Olympic lanes for racing, they got to do the warm-up ones too. So they were able to build on top of the surface. They basically built up the pool deck and filled it all with millions of gallons of water. But they did it twice, essentially, for that warm-up pool too. Go look at pictures of it. It is beautiful to see what they've done with it to host the Olympic trials, and one of the fastest, in straight up, one of the fastest meets in the United States. And I want to, before we go more into the Golden Grizzlies part of it, I want to kind of give you guys warmed up as to how this fits into the swimming world. This is I'm kind of speaking obvious here, but I want you guys to feel the gravity of this. At this meet, you are one step away from an Olympian. You are competing with those that are the fastest in the world. All these swimmers have been in fast meets before. But this is when you grow up swimming, and the swimmers have talked about this, but when you grow up, the Olympic trials is the highest, absolute highest peak that you can reach. It is the stratosphere. It is the moon. It is the stars that you shoot for when you're a little kid, is to get to the Olympic trials. To see if you can be one of the 52 to be on Team USA. It's not Team USA like juniors. It's not any other lower denomination of it. You are straight up swimming for gold when you make the USA team. In every event. That's where United States swimming is. You are competing for every single gold medal. And to be part of that, to even compete and to be in the conversation as to being part of that is such an immense honor, accomplishment that you can have as a swimmer. It's out of this world to compete with the best in the world. So I wanted to lay that foundation. I want to tell you guys and make sure that you understand the significance of this before I start giving you some of the details. So for the Golden Grizzlies, they don't bring just one, not two, not three, but Oakland will be bringing 4 to these Olympic trials. And remember, and think of it this way too. Oakland swim and dive, you guys know how historically fantastic it is, winning 30 years in a row of both men's and women's conference championships, wherever they've been. And the men's stretches into the 40-plus years in a row. And out of the 50-some swimmers on Oakland's team, 4 qualify. That's how limiting this gets to. That's how strict this funnels into. But Oakland brings 4 to the Olympic trials. Jordan Ships, Christian Bart, Ian Allen, and Alex Lankin. And what I loved most about hearing the story, and it's what inspired me to do this segment, was Channel 7's Gianna Troutman did a story specifically on this. So you could go to WXYZ Channel 7, find that story, find it on Gianna's Twitter. She did a fantastic story talking to everyone but Alex. I don't know why he wasn't included, but whatever. But talk to Jordan, talk to Christian, talk to Ian about what it means to go to the Olympic trials. they echoed the same sentiment as to the magnitude of what they're doing. It's what you dream of as a kid. They're showing little pictures of them 5 years old, 12 years old, like on the pool deck, skin and bones, big goggles. It was so cute to see kind of like where they've come from to get to this point. And to kind of lay out the details, written out on GoldenGrizzlies.com, I'll be going off of that. Jordan Ships qualified in the 100 butterfly. And remember, this is 100 meters. As colleges usually swam in yards, this is 100 meters. Jordan Ships qualified for that one in the TYR Pro Championships meet. And along with that, broke not only Oakland's 100 butterfly record, but broke the 200 butterfly record as well. So she carries that into the Olympic trials. Christian Bart has been a dominant force for the men's team. He qualified at the 100 breaststroke, which is, I don't even know how you can move fast in that event. If you've ever done it or have ever seen it, it's like it looks intentionally, it looks like it's supposed to look and make you slower. Like, I don't know, it's just such an unnatural way to swim. But obviously you get good enough, it becomes that natural. But Christian Bart qualifies in the 100 breaststroke as he led the Golden Grizzlies in wins with 21 this past season. That means in 21 events throughout all the meets of the season, he was first place. He was the one everybody was chasing. And he also won the title for the 100 freestyle in the Horizon League Championships as well. So, and he was second place. He was second place in the Horizon League Championships in the 100 breaststroke, and he was second place in the 50. It's like, understand, just because a swimmer qualifies in one event does not mean that's all they could do. And doesn't mean that's all they race and all they practice. Okay, that's just part of it. And it's just what they're best at. Ian Allen qualifies at a 200 IM, the individual medley, which, for those who aren't familiar with swim, means that you're doing every stroke. It's, for a 200, it's 50 meters butterfly, 50 meters backstroke, 50 meters breaststroke, 50 meters freestyle. To add up to the 200. It's the event I did in high school, so I always hold the medley, the 200 and the 400 in a little bit of a higher regard because I always see that as like it's almost the equivalent of the decathlon for track and field. It's like you could do it all. And not to say anything against the other events, but it's just I did that. I'm biased. So Ian qualifies in a 200 IM, and then Alex Lankin, who, by the way, finished his freshman season. He's a freshman going to the Olympic trials. Alex Lankin. He also qualified in the 100 breaststroke, and he got that qualification maybe even before Janet Trotman even did the story, because he qualified at the LSC Duel in the pool. Duel in the Pool is the name of the event, on May 31st. So he just made it, qualified for Olympic trials to get himself in along with the Golden Grizzlies. So we got 4 black and golds heading to Indianapolis to see if they could be an Olympian. Jordan Ships will be the first one to swim on the first day. So she'll be one of the inaugural class of Lucas Oil's pool. I just think it's so cool. I hope you guys think so as well. As that will wrap up here on the Joe Mo Show.